Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are playing Mono Blue Dabba Dee Dabba 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 Dee CGB CGB DGC GCGB. And yeah, anyway, this is not the deck that I particularly built, but it reminds me a lot of it, which makes me feel kind of proud that it was something I played pretty early in the season and that continued to torture the ladder throughout. But it's interesting to see what a world's caliber player in a small metagame would play Mono Blue as. And this is played by Jean-Emmanuel Duprat. Jean-Emmanuel Duprat has finished in very, very highly in many tournaments. And I think he was top 4 of last year's Worlds, although I'd have to look it up to be 100% sure. So having a player of his caliber, an MPL master, playing a deck like this is really insightful to see how you should build and play it. And it's nice to see things that we're kind of familiar with from the build here on the channel, like Fading Hope, Consider, Impulse, and Thirst for Discovery, along with Haughty Djinn. There are 4 Tolarian Terrors, so it's 4 Djinns, 4 Terrors as your win cons, and then you protect them. 4 Essence Scatters is very interesting, and I'm interested to see if that's a meta call or how that pays off in the open ladder. In best of 1, I found that I needed Syncopates and Make Disappears because I needed my counters to hit everything. We'll see if the meta has shifted in such a way that you can do Essence Scatter and negate things to be successful as well. I've also received DMs a lot since the original Mono Blue build was posted, asking me for sideboard thoughts, which I never provided because I don't have any. I don't play best of 3 on the regular. But Jean-Emmanuel Duprat just played best of 3 at the highest level, and this is the sideboard that he built. So there is a sideboard here available. I'm going to leave it intact. Be careful with your craft all buttons if you go for that, and it will hopefully help you best of 3 gamers out. We're going to see how this performs in best of 1 and see if we should be reverting back towards the version that I built so many months ago, or if Jean-Emmanuel Duprat and his best of 3 chops have helped us find some things to improve our best of 1 win rate. Let's dive in. Let the Mono Blue nonsense begin. I'm blue, CGB, CGB, BCGB, yes. Who needs creatures when we can counter everything? I gotta say, I feel a lot better with a Make Disappear in hand, and I'll take a negate. Oh my gosh, we can counter everything! And we have an Impulse. This game is amazing. What could go wrong? Choose your weapon, opponent. I'll dispatch it easily. Scattered. Terror online, okay. And for your next trick, you can have that. That is a decent card, but I think we can out-tempo that, especially if we get to play a Thirst this turn. And yeah, I'll pitch an island. We could pitch 2 spells there and try to slam the Terror, but I want to protect it, so we will wait. This hand is amazing right now. Oh, it feels good. Litzy Underdog. Okay. Do I care? Not really. Let's see if they crew the Buster to try to get more points. No? I could bounce it. That's not bad at all, actually. Just pure tempo. Raw tempo. Do not need another island here. All right. 2 more to go. Yep, we're good. 1 0 1 mana Terror, baby. Let's grab a Haughty as well, so we have backup. In fact, let's play a Haughty right here and protect. Let's see if our opponent can double spot remove through it. Nope. Nope. But I appreciate them thinking that they can go for that. Terror. All right, I think we're just gonna main phase these since we know we're gonna cast them anyway. Sure, having a backup can't hurt too much. How about 1 more negate? Can I have one of those? I'll take a Thirst. Get him. You got 1 turn, and you got to beat a negate. Make it count, opponent. They draw. They grasp. We'll counter it. Will they grasp again? That'll do it. Oh, man. Anytime you get to do that to mono black, it feels good. Hey, cool kids, it's me, CGB, and I'm partnering with CoolStuffInc.com to bring you the Covert Go Blue Dragon Rider playmat. Each high-quality stitched edge playmat features the incredible art of Andrea Garcia and comes bundled with a matching premium foil dragon token with gold gilt edges. This playmat is too hot to handle, and you can pre-order it exclusively through CoolStuffInc.com today. Cool stuff in stock. All right, we go first. We don't have a creature, but that's okay. We'll find one eventually. This is kind of what I'm scared of, leaning too much on Essence Scatter to counter the turn 2 play, or it might be something like a Bank Buster, but we'll see. The Tower. All right, I consider that I don't need more ways to slip out the back. Soft. That's the mono blue win equity right there. It's a similar hand with no counterspell on 2, and these are the hands I'm most afraid of, where I am concerned they're just going to run us over if we don't find a counterspell that matters, and especially without a creature. It looks good enough. We get to see 3 cards. Maybe one of them will be a counterspell. I'm going to keep this as the experiment, right? In my version of the deck, this kind of hand is one of those super risky plays. In this version, does the slip out of the back and the 4 Tolarian Terrors make this a keep? Because maybe you can catch up on board. Am I supposed to bin that? Doesn't interact on turn 2, but it's a creature to go with these slips. Oh man, no play on turn 2, risky. We're gonna put a stop on for the bluff equity. Please don't play anything good. That is good and a problem. But slip out the back might help. All right, do we slam the Jhin? They'll kill it for sure, right? So we need a thirst turn. But this is what I'm talking about. We're falling way behind. If they play a Fable here, how do we catch up? Yeah, they didn't slam anything. That's good for us. All right, we have the land to discard, but we also really want the land. So what do we discard? Let's decline, drop off Impulse. I think I'm also dropping off... I could drop one of the slips. How good is the Make Disappear here? That's a good question. Still seems like we're in a phase where Make Disappear is good. I could drop the Terror. I hate that idea. I'm going to drop one of the slips. This is going to reduce the cost of the Terror. And it's going to lead us to where we can basically present creature protection for 3 turns in a row. That's going to be tough for the opponent to deal with. It's here. Riveteer's Charm. Target opponent sacrifices. All right, I think the play is to slip. And then we don't lose anything and nothing happens from the charm. That feels good. And then the Haughty can't be interacted with for the opponent on their turn, but we're tapped out, so they can play a Sheoldred, and that's scary. Please, opponent, no Sheoldred. It would be an apocalypse. They should also find a way, if they can, to make another blood token so they can just force action on this Jhin with the Harvester next turn. Oh, they say go. Oh, that's an Essence Scatter. That's really good. We attack. If the opponent tries to kill it here and we negate it, then we can also play Terror for 1 and still have 2 counters available. So there's a Grasp, here's a negate. Oh, they in trouble. Hit. Big old 5/5. Good old ward. Oh, yeah. What can they do to deal with all of it? They have another removal spell that we can make disappear. It's a very expensive and extra clunk Unleash the Inferno. And again, no sweepers, so we can just slam this other Jhin on our turn. No fear. Banzai! Get him. Down to 5. Let's hold this in case we draw a Thirst. We don't need it. Dead to 3 threats. Inferno Unleashed. They killed the original hottie, but there are abs to spare. And that's gonna do it. That felt like a pretty sound beating of Jund from a pretty just kind of mediocre hand. Today's patron shout out goes out to The Duck is Angry. The Duck is Angry! Oh no! What will we do with the duck this angry? I've got it in my notes that you're on the token tier, and if you are a US resident, please send your address. We have a note here that you didn't provide an address, so we can send you those sick CGB tokens. Thank you for being a patron. The Duck is Angry. You're very cool. Now back to the video. All right, on the play, we got the Make Disappear and the card draw to try to sculpt this hand into something beautiful. It'll get in trouble if we have to Make Disappear something on 2 and then Make Disappear some, and then, you know, have no counter on 3. But hopefully we get a chance to resolve this Impulse, this Thirst, etc. Kami. You know what? Against this deck, we're going hard. We're going right at them. We're gonna Make Disappear the Kami. We're gonna drop the hottie and make them have the answer right now. They don't always play a lot of removal. Now, we might get a Borrowed Time, but we're gonna make them have it. Naturalist. Companion. They don't have it. Cool. All right, let the nonsense begin. We need counterspells. Those aren't counterspells. It is another Jhin. I said we were going right at him. We are. We are going right at him. This is another way you can play the deck. It's basically how the hand broke. It really is. We just have to. We took out their first play. Now they're going to do some pretty scary stuff. It looks like they're definitely going to get in with the Naturalist. That has lifelink. That's a problem. We need to come up with Fading Hope. And they need to not draw their removal cards. Oh my god. Yeah, we need a Fading Hope bad. Holy crap. 11? That's just cheating. Alright. I mean, doing 29 is probably asking a lot. Slip out the back. That can work. In case you don't know, you can slip out the back their creature. Impulse. There's a Fading Hope. Okay. Tolarian Terror still a little ways away, and our creature's not in a great position to attack. But I think we're going to anyway, because we're going to bounce this, and then what? They still have all these. The Weaver? Might have to get rid of the Weaver. Might have to phase it. And they're at 29. That's so much. So I think it's send one time. I hate it, but I think that's correct. Yep. Weaver. Does Weaver copy it? And if so, where do they send it? Good question. Copy goes to a companion. Okay. Some strong stuff, but be patient. Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay. Okay. Another counter there. It's a 7/7 Spirited Companion. If we slip out the back here, we're taking too much damage. I think we have to let this go. And that really sucks. All right, bounce. We're not finished yet. We're finished. God, talk about having it all. And they drew the Touch the Spirit Realm, I think. Gross. They really had it all. Okay, we'll keep on the draw and hope that we get to counter what we need to counter. Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die. We got blue on blue to test this matchup. Okay, that could be interesting. Oh no, it's Consider. What a card. Okay, they don't need more land. That's a problem for us. We don't have any card draw other than this Consider, and we do need more land. We need both. We'll take it. Yeah, we will let that resolve. I will negate Thirsts, even if it taps me low. Okay, no Thirst from the opponent. That's good. No creature from the opponent. At least not yet. If we're the first to find Thirst, we'll be in a good spot. Slip. Nope. Gotta do better. Terror is also really good. Opponent getting bored yet? You want to counter it? Okay then. Spell Pierce. Sure. Interesting. All that open mana. When does one try for a Hoti Jin? After the opponent tries for one. Terror with 2. Let's wait another. Do they have another land drop? We might be the first to have to discard the way this is going. They pass. Nope, we hit the land. Hallelujah. Let's try to get them discarding to hand size or making the first move. There we go. Negate. If they tap out here to counter it, we're going to get on the board. They're going for it. Okay. Jin. Good chance it gets bounced, right? But we still need to at least try to fight an Essence Scatter over what they play. Scat. Counter that. I got more where it came from. Yeah, they have to fight. If they're running my version, I think they have to fight. Now, this is where Essence Scatter looks really good. Sure. How are they going to come back from this, right? They're not. Yeah, good game. That's a smashing. We get the GG spam. Maybe one for each monster. All right, patience, guys. Let's do it. All right, on the play. Counters and creatures. Let's make it roll. What are these? Well, they're not animated. Post in the comments. What am I looking at? What's that a symbol of? Is this a playing card? I don't know. Could be Yu-Gi-Oh for all I know. What? Goblins? Ugh, no taste. I accuse you of no taste. Oh god. Mono red creatures against blue. Normally this is very bad for blue. This blue deck can win these games though. I've pulled off a few of them. It might not be mono red. There might be some anvil shenanigans. Let's find out. I really hope I don't see black mana. If I see another red mana, Haughtie's coming out. Okay, this is mono red. They play mono red. Essence Scatter. Eat out. The infantry. So it's usually a very spell heavy mono red, sometimes with combat tricks. Means negate will probably hit well. They're less likely to go Stormseeker, Thundering Raiju. Hey, come on, man. All you gotta do is attack. We do need to draw spells. Top decking another terror was very significantly less than ideal. But if we draw a Consider or an Impulse, we are doing it. And if we draw a Thirst, we're really doing it. Okay, they did curve creature. Interesting. But now they're tapped out. I can block, so that you don't want to... No, you don't... No, that's not... No, mono red. Never change, huh? Alright, we do have to play a spell on our turn, or this thing is going to flip. We might as well do this. Might as well do this. Now we're holding up negate. We could hold back Jhin to block. I guess we do hold back to block. But yeah, if we draw a spell we can cast, maybe we can terror. Oh, let's negate that. That means we can terror next turn. Yes, please. Now this can't attack because the Haughtie is too haughty. Oh, that's another bounce spell. You love to see it. All right, keep putting those lands on the bottom. This is working out. And now who's the beatdown? Oh, the mono red problem of this meta. What do you do when your opponent's creature has 5 toughness? Don't be too reckless. You don't want to attack here. Oh god. No, don't do it. Okay. They had me thinking, okay? They had me thinking. That is a hell of a rip. Land go down. Burr. And then drop another terror. They're done. That was mono red. Absolutely gross. On the draw, aka hard mode. But we've got the mix of counter spells that will hopefully keep up with what our opponent's doing. Uh-oh, it's mono white. We are Thalia from the L. Just the ultimate L. Do it. Do it, opponent. I deserve it. I've been very lucky today. No! You! Okay, we can slip it out the back. I don't... Is that even a play that one would want to make? Nope. That is something this deck is not prepared for in this meta. That is how you lose. On the draw, we're gonna try this hand out. Hopefully the Essence Scatter hits hard the way it's meant to. Now we have a negate to go with it, so whatever the turn 3 from our opponent is, we can probably interact with it, though it looks like it's going to be a mono blue mirror again. How is this hand in the mirror? It's sus. We don't have Thirst, which is probably the best card. We have a negate for their Thirst, and we do need to keep hitting lands throughout. I'm actually going to bin this, because we need to hit land. There you go. We have to hit lands probably up to 6 or 7 to be competitive and stay competitive. Beautiful. Which is weird, because I've had some floody games today. But now we need to flood. We need to draw an above average land quantity. And we need our opponent to stop. They're doing a very good job hitting land. Now they're thinking about it. They did nothing. Look at that. 3 in a row. It's like I have a rigged in my favor shuffler today. We go for the Jhin. We go for the Essence Scatter. What are they going to do about it? This means our Jhin's going to resolve. There's the negate. There's the negate. We did it! Thing to remember about the mirror. The second The second person to move is usually the winner. Upkeep? Why would you do something on my upkeep? You didn't get a chance to make a land drop? You didn't see another card yet? What are you doing? So we can't negate here if our Jhin is phased out, but there's nothing we really want to negate. See if they've got to make disappear here to win the war, but then all they do is bounce it. They spent their whole turn doing it. Okay, they have a Fading Hope again to win the war, but they spent their whole turn on this. We get to untap and cast the Jhin again. I'm still confused why they did it on upkeep. They might have had another land drop. They might have had more resources. I guess they wanted the scry very badly, but they ended up scrying to the top anyway. It's gonna be a terrible turn. Puns. You like puns? And go. All right, here's a Jhin. And a Terror. Oh, they got an Urtai Scorn. No, they don't. They didn't cast it. Oh, yeah, it's only 1 mana. So what do they have? They have a Slip Out the back. That's what would hold priority in that spot that they wouldn't cast. Backup Terror. Or their own Terror, I should say. Impulse. Make it good. Is that Fading Hope number 3? Well, that puts us up a lot of cards. So we could Fading Hope for 3 their Terror. And then they have to play it again and they're down 5 points. Or we could just trade and play our 2 creatures. I think I like that a lot better. You. Do we hold this in case we draw a Thirst? Nope. Let's have the Fading Hope available. Not sure. Maybe bouncing their Jhin on end step and getting the scry could make a big difference. If they play their own Jhin. Okay. What you got there? Again, we are upkeeping. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I'll take that. +1 counter is for me. Is for me. Mike punch. Yeah, and then you're out of stuff. You did a lot of stuff, but you got to get up on cards somehow, especially if you're going to draw a lot of Fading Hopes. All right, we're going to leave it there. This deck, the gameplay is pretty fast if you kind of get used to the play pattern, because people either are eager to get out of there or it does actually close. So it's not like a typical control deck. There's a lot of tempo-ish elements to it because your threats are kind of cheap and monstrous. Like, I don't know. It's a very interesting build. It doesn't feel like the little mono blue tempo deck. It's like big blue tempo. You have no idea, guys, how validating it is for me to see no Delver of Secrets in this list. I played so many games, and I came to the conclusion that Delver is trash. And then left and right, I would run into decks on ladder that were basically the same deck, but ran Delver. And I'm like, no. But when Jean-Emmanuel Deprat made the deck, no Delvers, and I approve that 100%. How do I feel now, having played Slip Out the Back and Essence Scatter instead of Syncopates, more Make Disappears, things like that? I am into it. I think overall the deck answered what it needed to answer and seemed like it had the right spread of counters for the particular meta, going into 2 Spell Pierce, 3 Slip Out the Back, 4 Essence Scatters, 3 Negates, 2 Make Disappears. It just kind of seemed to be the right coverage all the time, and I like the 4 Tolarian Terrors. I think that was something I was experimenting with, and if I was going to post a mono blue deck again, I would have done. So for me, this is a very good update to the list, and I would recommend it. It also has a sideboard if you want to play best of 3. Hey, you stayed till the end. That's really cool. That's the #1 thing that you can do to support the channel. Thank you. You probably like the video, so remember to like the video. If you don't worry. I'll have a different deck tomorrow. And please check out coolstuffinc.com/CGB for the Dragon Rider playmat and the Dragon Rider token. These things have been something that I've worked really hard on, and I'm excited about the launch. The first edition gold stamp will only be on the first 500, and they're only going to be available for a limited time till November 21st. So there's 500, and when they're gone, they gone. So check it out, coolstuffing.com/CGB. Thank you so much for staying till the end and enjoying these videos. It means the world to me, and I'll see you tomorrow. You're cool.